Good morning, everyone. It's been a little while. Life's been a little bit busy, but I've realized I haven't filmed anything in a bit, so I wanted to make this video. I'm actually now driving on my way to the library, but I've been thinking about a lot of things. There's always a lot of thoughts, circling around my head, and this one is somewhat applicable to my life's journey, and I'm sure it could relate to others as well. So not even specifically kidney related, but I wanted to share. So without further ado, I'm actually going this way. Yeah, let's get started. So lately I've been doing a lot of medical school interviews, and alhamdulillah, thanks to God, that's all been going really well, and I'm really blessed and thankful for all the opportunities that are starting to present to me. And I'm gonna have a big decision to make, but I'm gonna take my time, and hopefully everything will go well in regards to that. But in these interviews, I'm getting all the basic questions, why medicine, tell me about yourself, all these things, and kind of that's caused me to also look at my life now and where I'm at now. I've come a long way from my diagnosis and going on dialysis and my transplant, and that's come with a big, I think, shift in perspective and change in focus for me, and what of course catalyzed my interest in medicine and becoming a physician. Now I'm at the point in my gap year, I'm getting to breathe a little more, and I want to reassess kind of where I'm at in life, and kind of the big thing is what I want out of life, my purpose, my passions, my mission, kind of why am I here. And I'm looking at this largely because when I think about my life, and all that I've been through in these last 4 or 5 years, and how crazy and hectic it's been. When I think about it, both my parents are immigrants. If they didn't immigrate from a third world country, there's a good chance I'd be dead right now. I would have passed a few years ago, and I never would have known about my illness. Or if I didn't go to get my wisdom teeth out that one day, I would have never figured out how much of a dire situation I was in, how bad my kidneys were doing. Or even if I never went to my university, I never would have met my donor. Who knows if I ever would have gone to transplant. So when I think about all these individual, almost miracles and coincidences that had to happen in order for me to be here, it's really humbling just to see how far I've come. And that's why I think, in my opinion, my life isn't just for me. I have now the duty and the opportunity, I feel, to give back kind of in a way to others. It was hard to come to this kind of perspective and this viewpoint, and it's hard to have sort of this outlook. Every day I'm battling with the small trifles of things that don't really matter, and it's hard to, I think, have a more positive and optimistic perspective, but I'm working towards it. Actually, one of my favorite quotes from Muhammad Ali, what is it? Service to others is the rent you pay here for your time here on earth. And just kind of that mindset is also what I'm trying to strive forward for. I know, of course, medicine is a big passion and a big focus, and I want to do that for a career, but I also just don't want to do that solely in my life, if that makes sense. My whole life experiences, with my cultural, ethnic background, my communities that I've been involved in and lived in throughout my life, I've seen, so much. There's so much struggle in addition to mine, and that's another vital perspective, I think, that helped me get through my own trials. Realizing, there's always people that have it worse. And so, I want to be involved in, helping those people too throughout my life. And it's daunting, I think, to have that mindset and that challenge, because I know that I can't do everything that I want to do. That's another reason why I think focus is so important. You can't do many things great, but if you focus on a few things at a time, hopefully those can build up. Those have been just thoughts in my head, just what I'm constantly thinking about, and I'm really glad to be taking this gap year to kind of think about it more and develop a plan and a vision to help me fulfill, my biggest priorities and my biggest needs and wants out of life. This kind of relates to a conversation I had with my mom a few months back ago, actually. Actually, I'm not sure how long ago, but it was right around the time when Chadwick Boseman unfortunately passed away. And I was so distraught by this, and I didn't think it would have hit me so hard, but I was looking at this great man, one of my favorite actors, and he did so much amazing things with his life. He helped so many people, and he was taken so early. It feels so unfortunate, and he battled so hard with something, and he kept it to himself. And I could go on and on about how amazing and I know tough that had to be for him. But then I was talking to my mom, I'm like, how is this fair? How do I expect to have anything close to an impact as people like him, people like Kobe Bryant, other people in my life who have unfortunately passed away, you know? And it's tough, because I'm also always battling with the concept of, I don't know how long I have left on earth. You know, I could die tomorrow, I could die right now on my way to the library. It's nothing in this life is promised. Everything is so fleeting, it's so fragile. And so how do I expect to do things or have an impact like any of these great people? And why am I here? Why was I chosen to live in a way? Why did they have to go? They could do so much better than me, you know? I don't know, I'd be thinking like that for real. I don't know what's wrong with me. But, you know, she says, like, look at it. There are people that live until they're 80, 90, and, you know, they live the way they want to live, but they live for themselves, and they're happy and content with that. Or there's people like, you know, like Chadwick Boseman, who passed early, yet his impact is profound and lasting, and it's meaningful, and it helped a lot of people. That's kind of, in a way, you know, how I hope to live my life. I want to have that sort of impact and inspiration and be a motivation for other people to do whatever they want, accomplish whatever they want in life. There's no one path that leads to success and happiness. In a way, yeah, I think I'll probably title this video about, you know, what do you want to get out of life, you know? So for me, I'm still figuring that out, and I think it's important to always take the time to reassess yourself. I think I really want to start journaling. Something that I did in the past a lot of was just writing poetry. I don't know, I like the creative twist to adding to my thoughts. I felt that helped me a lot. When I was on dialysis, I wrote a lot, I don't even know the number, a lot of poems, and you know, it was helpful. So hopefully I'll start something like that. And again, like I said, I'm going to use this gap year to hopefully figure out the next steps, figure out a plan for, you know, I know what I'm probably going to be doing for the next 4 to 7, 8, 9 years. But, you know, I also want to do things in addition to that. You know, life isn't, what's the word? It isn't static, it's dynamic. There's a lot of things, and it's okay to want to do a lot of things like I do, but it's also important to have focus. That's kind of my thoughts. I hopefully if I could give, I think, one piece of advice for other people, it's to find that purpose or passion, but be open and understanding to that it's probably going to change, you know, or it's going to change out of your control, maybe not even that you want it, and it's okay for that to happen as long as, you know, you work hard to adapt and get improve upon yourself and get better in the process and find what's meaningful, important to you. I think that's also a huge thing. So yeah, until next time, have a beautiful day. Hopefully your dreams come true, and you know, you find what you're looking for in life.